Ishaq sir, I hope I am audible.
Hello. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Pratik, am I audible?
Hello, Yadav, sir. You are not audible.
Hello. Ishaq sir, please check again. I am audible to some of the participants. Ishaq sir.
Hello.
Sir, are you able to hear me? Ishaq sir. Pratik, are you able to Ishaq sir?
Hello.
Pratik. Hello, Pratik. And what about Ishaq sir? He is audible? Hello. Can and some other participants confirm whether I am audible or not? The participants can unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we have one more speaker with us, Professor Mohammad Ishaq Sheikh from Government Engineering College, Dahod, who will be enlightening us about the Matlab and some basic know-how of Matlab. So I welcome you all for today's trial session. This session is only meant for familiarizing some of the participants who might be new to MS Teams and give them directions how they can use this tool and attend the sessions of the FDP. Now, all the sessions are planned on the MS Team only. The link will be shared to you in advance and will be also shared in Telegram group. The schedule I'll be sharing at the end of the session once we are done with the introduction to the MATLAB and know-how of MATLAB. As our FDP is centralized, focused on soft computing techniques, and most of these techniques are applicable or we can use them by MATLAB. Therefore, MATLAB has been an important tool for it, and we'll be having one hands-on session on MATLAB directly for fuzzy logic and so on. So how to use the MATLAB, because many of the participants might be new to the MATLAB. Some of you might have already used the MATLAB, and this will be only introductory and basic session and training where we'll be giving the fundamental understanding and fundamental start methods steps in which we can do this and give start begin the soft computing process in application part. So I will request Ishaq sir to start with his session. Now I'll just give you the brief details about how we are going to do it. We have sessions starting from 10 to 5, and I'll share the schedule and I'll explain the schedule again once we have done with this introductory session. And any other queries you might have, we'll be discussing them. So I'll just request Ishaq sir to start with it. Ishaq sir, are you there?
ஏன்னா நான் ஒரு சில இதெல்லாம் போடுறேன், அவன் எனக்கு என்ன வருதோ அதே தான் எனக்கும் வருது. அவன் வந்து அந்த
All participants are requested to keep your mic on mute.
ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ்லாம் மாத்திரம் இப்படி சேஞ்ச் ஆகும் அப்படிங்கிறது அவனுக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும். ஏன்னா நிறைய ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க.
हेलो सर, बस अपने अभी मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ। चलो हेलो।
हाँ sir.
Yes sir, now audible?
Yes sir, you are audible sir.
Fine. Okay. Now just I will sharing my screen and I will start. Fine. Sir, now it is okay. Can I start this session, sir?
Yes sir, please sir.
Fine, thank you. Happy morning to all. Today we'll go for the introduction to MATLAB for engineering application. The outline of this today's presentation, today we'll go for the MATLAB overview, how MATLAB desktop works, or what is the MATLAB desktop. Also we'll see how to work with the matrices, how to work with the graphics, and the flow control available in the MATLAB. What is the MATLAB? So MATLAB is nothing but it is a matrix laboratory. It is abbreviated word of a two thing, matrix and laboratory. It was primarily developed by the Cleve Moller in 1970. It was originally written to provide easy access to the matrix software, and which was developed by the two projects, linear system package and eigenvalue system package project. It was rewritten in 1980s with a more functionality which includes the floating subroutine. The method was created in 1984 to market and continuous development of MATLAB. So now from a 1984, it was developed by the method, and currently we are using the method as a honor of the MATLAB. Now we'll go for the some of the SWOT analysis of the MATLAB. So the key strength of this MATLAB is it behaves as a calculator or a programming language. You know that any complex programming, any complex calculation, you can solve with a MATLAB within a fraction of second. So it is known as the scientific calculator, or you can call it as a programming language. It combines the power of a calculation and a graphics plotting. MATLAB having a one more important strength, it gives the calculation plus you can visualize what you have calculated. So it is a power of the calculation plus graphics. It is relatively easy to learn. There is no more complex command. It is relatively easy to learn. It is a interpreted, not compiled, because whatever you write in a MATLAB, it will interpret accordingly what you have written. It is very easy to find the error, or it is very easy to fix the error also. Now we'll see the weakness. What is the weakness? It is not a general purpose programming language such as C, C++, Fortran. It is MATLAB is not suitable for other application, or if you have developed some algorithm, some program, that program cannot be run with a C, C++ on any other language. In a MATLAB, specific commands are used, that is known as the built-in command. User in MATLAB, there is one more facility, user can create its own function. So specific MATLAB command that can be used for the calculation or for the programming. Now you know that what are the other competitors to the MATLAB. So you have known to the Mathematica, Skylab, Octave and RLab. But the many opportunities are available if you are using the MATLAB. It is more convenient for a numerical analysis and linear algebra. Then nowadays in all the science community or any engineering community, MATLAB is widely used. So we can use for many, so you can say MATLAB is widely used for any application. Okay, if you want to work with a MATLAB, there is a basically four area that you can work. Or first one, it's a computation. So as you have seen that MATLAB behaves as a calculator, or it is known as the scientific calculator. So you can use the MATLAB for the computation. Any complex computation, any complex calculation, you can easily solve with the help of a MATLAB. Second, the important power of a MATLAB is visualization. Whatever you have calculated, if you want to visualize, if you have some data, if you want to visualize the data, so MATLAB is having a power to visualize of that data. Third one, programming environment. It also provides the programming environment. So user can create its own programming, that is known as the user defined programming, or you can use a built-in function to develop a specified application. So the third area that you can work as a programming environment. Fourth one, it is having a inbuilt editing and debugging tool. So if you are having the error and if you want to run your program step by step, so it is having a debugging tool with a OOPS programming, object oriented programming. So you can work in any of this area for your application. So MATLAB basically is computation is very important, visualization of data, that is also very important. You can create a programming, you can write your own scripting with the help of a programming environment, and if you are having any complex programming, you can easily debug if you are having some error, if you are having some of debugging, so that you can easily done with the MATLAB. So basically you can work with that. Now if you have seen that in a MATLAB many toolboxes available, and these toolboxes, it's a specified packages for a specified application. For an example, if you want to work with a control system, so MATLAB provides a toolbox for a MATLAB control system. If you are working with electrical, so with the electrical, same power system is also toolboxes available. If you want to generate a model, same model, ideal model to the existing plant, so for a model predictive toolbox is also available. If you are belongs to the EC engineering, communication toolbox is also available. Filter design, analog filter design, digital filter design, so that filter design that can be easily done with the filter design toolbox. Signal processing, if you want to do a processing of a signal, so that for that we have a signal processing toolbox also. If you want to work with a fuzzy logic, so we have a fuzzy logic toolbox is also available. So Matlab, for an example, you can also check with your Matlab which toolbox is available. The simple command is version. So if you write an abbreviated word of a version, VER, in a your command window, so it will shows you how many toolbox are available with your Matlab. Okay, I will show you. Okay, now it is a very important part, how to start with a desktop. So this is known as the Matlab desktop. Okay, so basically in a Matlab desktop, here you can see that in a right hand side, that is known as the command window. So the basic function of the command window is to write the command, and if you have written that command, the execution of that command you will get in a command window only. If you have written is some programming, if you have some program, if you want to run that program, and if you have run it, you can see the answer, you can see the variables that you will find in a command window. So this is the use of a command window. Second one, if you are having a some user defined function, or if you have a function file, so the execution of that function file you will find in a command window only. So the name itself, command, so the name of this window is command window. You can write any command, you can execute the answer or variable of this command, you will find in a command window. So this is very important while you are interacting with a Matlab. So this is known as the command window. Second one, in a lower left hand pane, you can say it is a command history. Now what is the purpose of this command history? Command history is nothing but which will keep history of the command which you have entered into the command window. So whatever the command you have entered into the command window, automatically it will be stored into the command history, or you can say which will keep the history of all the command you have typed in the command window. So you can use the command of a command history. Also you can evaluate it, you can generate a M file from it, you can edit it, you can cut it, you can delete or any of this history from the command history. Third window that is very important, this third window that is known as the workspace. Now you know that workspace is a very important role. Whatever you do a calculation either in a Matlab file or in a function file or in a command window, so in that file, if you have some data, if you have some polynomial, if you have some variable, if you have some array, so that data will be automatically stored into the your workspace, and while if you need that data, you can easily solve it. So this is known as the workspace. So I will show you the use of a workspace also. Fourth window, that is the current directory. Now current directory, what is the meaning of this current directory? Current directory means what? This is the path or this is the directory in which you are currently working. So current directory means what? If you want to run any file, it must be in a current directory only. If that particular file or if that particular user function, if it is not in a current directory, so you cannot run it. So many times you have to set the path, so you can easily set the path from it. Okay, so I will switch over to the Matlab and I will show you. Okay, so this is the Matlab. This is the Matlab. It is a default view of the Matlab. So first one, that is a command window. You can easily see the it's a default layout, or it is known as the desktop layout. You can create a default layout from this also. If you want to see the command window only, so you can write from it command window only. You can see the short history, tall history, so you can create from it. Okay, here you can see there is a window, command history, current directory in your workspace. Okay, so one by one I will show you. So this is the command window. Now what is the meaning of a command window? For an example, I want to write a simple a that is equal to the 10. So whenever writing this command, so execution of that command will work in a command window only. Okay, so I have written a equal to 10. The answer you will find in a command window only. For an example, if I am writing a one polynomial p that is equal to the 1 colon 0.1 colon 10, have written some polynomial, and if I want to see what is the output of this command, so you can easily see into the command window. Okay, next one, if I write it, okay, for an example, q that is equal to the sine of a. Okay, so you can also find the value aq equal to the sine of a, right? So you will find the answer of that particular in a command window only. Second one, I will show you one file, and if we run that file, you will find the execution of that file into the command window only. Okay, so for an example, I have one test file. I will run that test file. Okay, so if I run that test file, this is the name of this file is test1. If you run it, so you will easily find that variable into the command window. So here there is a 2 line only. First line says that a equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B equal to 1 to 10 with the increment of 2. If you run that file, you will find the answer into the command window only. So you will get the answer a equal to 1 to 7, b equal to 1 to 10 with a increment of 2. So that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So here you will find the answer over here. So this is the name of a command window. Secondly, I will show you. For an example, just if you are writing a r that is equal to the, or if you are writing a 1 colon 10, just I am suppressing the output. So if you want to suppress the output, you can put a semicolon over here. So if I am writing a 1 colon 10, okay, so this is a 1 colon 10. If I am not assigning any variable over here, Matlab will automatically assign the name of this variable, and Matlab always use the abbreviated word. So I have not assigned a 1 colon 10. So Matlab will assign its own variable, and its own variable name is answer. So abbreviated word of this answer is an. So Matlab will automatically assign it. For an example, I am writing one more thing. I am writing a 0 colon pi by 30 colon 2 into pi. I am not assigning any variable, so I am not assigning it. Matlab will automatically assign its own variable. So the name of this variable, that is a ANS. So the use of a command window, you can write any command. The execution of that command will happen into the command window. If you are having some function file, like if you have written this file, and if you want to see what is the output, you will find in a command window. Third one, I will show you one more function file. So this is a function file. Okay, this is the function file. In this function, here we have to input the value of u, and if u is greater than 2.5, it will show a 1. If it is not, it will show a y equal to the 1. So if it is not a greater than 2.5, it will show a y equal to the -1, and it will show the what is the value of the output. Okay, so this is a user defined function. So if you run that function, so you can directly run. For an example, the name of this function is fcn. So here I will write over here fcn of 10. Okay, just I am giving the input. Okay, what is the name of this function is fcn, which is the name of this function, and have entered the value of u. Fine, so it will use the output. So here you can say, okay, if your u is greater than 2.5, it will show a 1. Else, if it is not, it will show a y equal to the -1. So just I will also use the command window, okay, fcn of less than 2.5. So just I am giving a 2 value. Fine. So this is a -1 on the right. So it will, if you have some function file, you can easily run that function file from the command window. Okay, so you can use the command window to enter the function. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Use the command window to enter the variable. Okay, so you have the enter the variable. For an example, s equal to the, you can write s equal to this polynomial 1 3 5 7 9. So you can enter this variable. You can run this function as I shown previously. You can run this function. For an example, this is the function. You can easily run this function with the name. For an example, this is fcn. So just you write a name of a function with your input. Okay, so you can write Fine. So this is a u greater than 2.5. So I have given u equal to 7. So it will gives the output. So you can run the function as well as the m file. So you can visualize what is the output of your m file in a command window. So for an example, if you type a equal to 2, b equal to 1 of 2 comma 2, it will gives the output in a command window. The function can be easily run itself from the command window only. Your Matlab file, that is stands for m file, also can be run from the command window. And lastly, it is used to display the result or answer. So if you are having a Matlab file, if you are using a function file, you can easily view the answer from the command window itself. So first window, that is the command window. Second one is, so here this is a command window. You can write a magic of 4, so that will gives the magic matrices with a 4 cross 4. So you can type here, it is known as the command prompt, it is known as the prompt. So for an example, if I am writing a magic of 4, so that will give this answer of a 4 cross 4 matrices of a magic. This is known as the magic matrices. So you can write any command from at a prompt. So this is known as the command prompt. Okay, and you can visualize the output at the command prompt only. Okay, now the command history. So now what is the command history? Okay, so command history will show you, it is a state, means whatever the statement you entered into the command window are logged into the command history with a date and timestamp. So you can easily see that today whatever the command we have used, it will show you with a date and time only. Okay, for an example, I have started today is 31st October 7:30 am. I have started this. So you can easily visualize whatever the command I have typed over here in a command history, and you can use it. For an example, I want to reload this command 1:10. So just I will copy this command, I will paste into the command window. So this will show you the answer. Second one, for an example, I want to repeat this command, so you can copy it, you can paste into the command window also. Okay, for an example, I want to create a m file also. Okay, so see, you can create a evaluate section. Evaluate section means what? If you want to run this file itself from the command history. For an example, I want to evaluate this function file directly from the command history. So you can write a evaluate that particular section. Yeah, it will give the output. Now again, if you want to write evaluate that particular selection, so it will give the output. So you can copy it, you can evaluate the selection, you can create. For an example, I want to create a m file from it. So for an example, this is all command I want to create it. So I will create a one m file from it. Okay, now so you can create a m file from the selection itself. So this is the use of the command history. The main purpose of the command history, it will keep the history of the command whatever you have typed into the command window. You can use all this, you can use all this as a copy, evaluate selection, you can make a m file also. For an example, you can delete also. If you want to delete that selection, so you can delete also. Okay, you can delete entire history also. So this is a very important, it's a command history. Third one, workspace, it is very important. Here you can say that what we have used a, we have used a variable as an answer, we have used a b, and this is a one more file, this is a p, we have used a p, we have used a q also, we have used a s also. So automatically whatever the variable, polynomial, array, if you have run from a Matlab file, or if you return directly from the command window, automatically it will set, it will see in a workspace. Okay, so if you double click on that workspace, okay, so this is your workspace. You can easily change any variable from it. For an example, instead of 7, I want to change from a 9. So this is 10. I can also change from this is also 10. Fine, okay. So you can easily alter the whatever the in an arrow. So you can easily do with that workspace. Okay. You can directly plot from the workspace also. Okay, so while plotting, I will show you how you can use it. So workspace is nothing but it is a list of variable that you have used while your m file or function file or in a command window. So it will source with your class file with a size also. Okay, for an example, your a is a 1 cross 7, it's a 1 row 7 column. Your answer, it is a 1 cross 61, so that is only one row with a 61 column. B, it's a 1 cross 5, so it's a 1 row 5 column. So it will so say whatever the number of variables you will use as a workspace. Okay, this is just like if you are using the microprocessor. So in a microprocessor, for an example, if you want to, if some variables are not used, and if you want to use as a on a stack, so for that you will use a push. Now similarly in a workspace means what, whatever the variable that you use during your command window, during your M file or during your function file. So we are pushing on this stack, and if whenever you want to run it, you can pop it. So just it is a workspace means what? You can push it, and whenever it required you can retrieve from this. So this is just like a push and pop instruction of your processor. Okay, so you can use any of these variable that you have typed over here. So this is third one is a workspace. Fourth one is very important, it is a current directory. Now current directory, what current directory will show? Current directory will show you in which directory currently you are working. So you are working with, I am working in a C Matlab, I am using a Matlab 6 in a work folder, I am using it. So if you want to run any file, it must be in a current directory only. You can easily set the path from this. You can also set, for example, in a work there is another file. Okay, so you can create, you can set the path from it. So this is a path setting from it. So you can set the current path in a current directory. But the most important requirement, if you want to run any function file, any MATLAB file, or your any model file, it must be in a current directory. So if you want to run it, it must be in a current directory only. If it is not in a current directory, it will source there, so you can use it. Okay, so this is the command history. Workspace, so workspace is consists of the variables. It is a set of variables that is built during a MATLAB session, and it will be stored as a memory. You can add the variable to the workspace by using the function file. Okay, so if you are running the function file, automatically all this list of the variable will be added to the workspace. If you are running the function file, automatically it will be added into the your function file. So you can also add by using the function file, and by using the M file you can also load it from the workspace also. Okay, as I've seen, you can delete that variable from it, so you can also delete from it. Okay, now current directory. Now as I've seen, MATLAB file operation use the current directory and search path as the reference point. Okay, any file you want to run must be in a current directory or in the search path also. Okay, so the important requirement, if you want to run any file which is not on the current directory path, so you can easily set with the in a right hand side of this button, you can easily set the path for the current directory and you can run it. So this is known as the MATLAB desktop. So in a MATLAB desktop there is a four window, command history, workspace, and the current directory, and these four are very important while you are working with a MATLAB. Okay, so this is the current directory. Okay, now very important, along with the calculation, so now you have used the MATLAB environment command window for your calculation, for your data interpretation. So MATLAB also provide the programming environment also. There is a two type of a programming environment. First one is the M file. So in a MATLAB, the extension of your MATLAB file is .m. So whenever you see the file with a .m, it is known as the mat file. It is a MATLAB file. Now second one file. So MATLAB file is nothing but it is a list of command to get a specified objective. So here you can say what is the program. Your program is nothing but it is your mat file. It is with a .m extension. It is written for a specified objective. Okay, so your it will be known as the MATLAB file. In a MATLAB file, you will write a sequence of a command for a specified objective. Now, second, MATLAB also provide a technology. I will show you what is the difference between your MATLAB file and function file. Okay, first I will show you the MATLAB file. So this is your MATLAB file. This is a sum of the list of command that you have written for a specified objective. So if you save it, you can save with a .m extension only. For example, I am saving this file as a test. Second one, this is a function file. So if your file start with a FUNCTION, okay. So any file if start with a FUNCTION, this is known as the function. So this is only a function file only. So this function file will be in a blue color. So this is known as the function file. This is not a normal file. So you can say okay, this is a function file which user has created for its own application. So this is known as the function file. Here your function, so here your name of the file will be stored as a, so here it is written as the FCN. So FCN is it's a function. If your input is greater than 2.5, it will give the value of 1. If it is not, it will for all values less than 2.5, that will give a y equal to -1. So this is user has created function for all its application. So always it start from this keyword as a FUNCTION. So any file will start with a keyword as a F function. It is known as the function file. So MATLAB also provide the environment for a function also. So this is a programming environment. Third one, very important, matrices. Because MATLAB, the intention of a MATLAB was to deal with a matrices only. So matrices is nothing but MATLAB always treated with a column only. So it is a matrix. It is in fact it's a matrix laboratory. So it was intended to work with a matrices only. And MATLAB believes it. MATLAB identify each one as a column identity only. Okay, so MATLAB treat all the variable as a matrices. For an example, if you are writing a, I will show you. For an example, I am writing a S equal to the 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so this is your S variable here. This is my S variable. Now you can say this is a S is nothing but it is a 1 cross 5. It will always denote you in the form of this row cross column. So it is a 1 row 5 column matrix. So at always it will show you in the form of column only. Okay, one more I will show you. For an example, I am writing a S equal to 0 colon pi by 30 colon 2 into pi. Okay, so it will show you. For an example, S equal to 0 to 5 with increment of pi by 3. In that there is a total 61 element and each element is identified column only. So here you can say that 0 it's a column 1. After that in a first row it's a total 12 element, means it is a 12 column. In a second row it start from a 13 to 24. So it's a second row with a 13 to 24 column. Likewise, it treated each element as a column only. So MATLAB is nothing but it will identify each one as a in the form of a matrices only. Okay, so this is a matrices. Vectors, you know that vectors are special form of a matrices and contain only one row or one column. So you can write it. For an example, how to write the matrices. So you can write, for an example, we have a t is a variable. So I can assign a t equal to the 10. If you want to write this array, so you can write 10. Next, for the next element, you can write a space 20 space 30 space 40 space 50. Okay, so this is a one way to write the element in a matrices. Either you can write a first element separated by space, second element separated by space, third one likewise. Okay, so this will be your t, it's a polynomial you can write, or it's a vector. This vector it's equal to the row vector. If you want to write a column vector, so you can easily write t that is equal to column vector. So column vector you can write with a this sign. 20, 30, 40. It's a semi, you can write this 50. Okay. So when you write this semicolon, so you can write it 10 means what, when this sign is that it will be end of that row. So after, for an example, I want to add a second column after the 10, so you can write it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so it is the end of a row, and end of a row you can represent it by the semicolon. So you can write it. Okay, so this is a column vector. T is your column vector. Scalar, so you can write a scalar also. For an example, just I am writing a equal to the 100 only. So this is a scalar only. So scalars are a matrices with only one row and one column only. You can write any scalar with a that particular variable x equal to 23 or a equal to 1000 or p that is equal to 50. Okay, you can also write the row vector also. So while writing the row vector, either you can put a space or either you can put a semicolon also, or comma also. So if you are writing a 12 comma 10 comma minus 3, so comma that will be means what it will be, you can write by using the space or by using the comma. You can also write a column matrix only. So if you write a 12 semicolon 10 semicolon minus 3, so when you are writing semicolon means what, it will be end of the row, and this will indicate that the row ends over here. So from next one new row will be start, or it is known as the column vector. End of a row is what, it's a column only. Okay, so you can write a matrices also. Okay, here also for an example, if you want to write this 16 3 2 13, so you can write 16 space 3 space 2 space 13. End of a row, it's a semicolon. Next element is 5 space 10 space 11 8. End of a row is semicolon. 9 space 6 space 7 space 12 semicolon 4 15 14 1. Okay, so you can write either by using the space or either you can put as a comma. Comma means what, it is a to represent a next element, and if you are writing a semicolon means what, it is the end of a row. Okay, so this will be your new matrices. Okay, once you have entered the matrices or array or polynomial, automatically it will be remembered into the, or it will be stored as a variable into the workspace. Now in a Matlab you will find some of the function, and that function it's a known as the basic matrices function. Okay, for an example, if you want to write a all zeros, so you can write the command zeros of, for an example I will write, if you write into the zeros of 4. Okay, so it will create a matrices of all elements 0 with a 4 cross 4 matrices only. For an example, if you want to write as a 0 1 comma 2, so it will create a single row with a 2 column with all element will be 0. So this is known as the pre-allocation vector. Many means what, many time in many programming you will use as a pre-allocation vector. So zeros and ones are known as the pre-allocation vector. So here also you can write, for an example, I want to write a ones of 3 cross 3 matrix. So ones of 3 cross 3 matrices means what, it will generate a 3 cross 3 matrices with all element of a 1 only. Okay, so you can write it random function. So random function, it's very important. For an example, if you want to generate a random data, so Matlab facilitate how to provide random values. Okay, so it will give the rand 1 comma 2 means what, that will be two element with a all variable between the value 0 to 1. Okay, second time when I run a random 1 comma 2, it will generate a new entry. So this is a random generator. Okay, so you can create a random generator. For example, I want to create a random generator of 5 cross 5. Okay, so that will be a between a 0 to 1, and all the entries will be a random generator. And again, if you run, you will be having a new value on. Okay, so this is a random generator also. You can also use the random and. So this is a normally distributed, means what, all these seeds generated by this random generator, that will be normally distributed. So for that you can use a RANDM, it's a normally distributed random element. You can use the diagonal matrix. For example, if you want to find out the diagonal of this A, okay, so if you are writing, for example, I'm writing a diagonal of answer, okay, so it will give you only the diagonal entry. So your diagonal entry is 0.1988.4186.0196. Okay, so it will find a diagonal matrix of any diagonal element of this matrix. So this is known as the command which uses a diagonal. Size. For an example, if you want to find out the dimension of any array, so you can write a command as a size. Okay, just I will write in size of the previous command I've used is ANS, so it will give the size. So this is a 5 row and a single column, so it will give the array dimension. Array dimension means of row and column. So this is known as the array dimension. It will return a array dimension. So here I will write here length of the vector ANS, or length of, I will write random of 1. Fine. So for an example, I am writing a random of 1. I am generating one random value. I want to find out the length of this. So I can write length of answer. Okay. So this will be length of answer. Again, I am generating a random value 1, 3. Means what, there will be a single row, 3 column, and I want to generate the maximum number of this row or column. So here I will write length of ANS. So that will be A3. So length will return the maximum number of that particular row or column, and it is very important while you are using for a programming. So this is a manipulation function that Matlab provide. Okay, very important. Graphics part is very important. So in a Matlab you can easily provide the custom graph with. Okay, so just I will repeat this. Matlab also provides a. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
Fine, fine, okay. So now we'll see the graphics is very important. If you want to see the visualization of your data, so at that time plotting is very important command. You can create a custom graph with the help of a single command, and this command is plot. Plot means what? Visualize the data. It, and that can be created with the help of a function plot x comma y. So graphics can be visualized with a plot command, and x comma y represent the your x and y data. So if you want to visualize the x between your x and y data, the command is plot. Okay, so by using this command you can easily plot it. Okay, here where your x and y will be the vector with a list of values stored in that. Along with the plot command, Matlab also facilitate, if you want to plot a graph, semilog also, bar chart, stem, polar, contour, mesh sir. So this also plot is very important. If you want to see, if you want to plot a body plot is not, it is nothing but it is a frequency spectrum. So if you want to see the frequency spectrum, you can use a logarithm. Semilog, you can also use a semilog also. Bar chart, so you know the bar chart, so that facility is also available with a Matlab. Stem is just like a discrete signal, so Matlab also provide a discrete signal, so you can use a stem also. Polar, so if you want to see the polar or polar of any data, so you can also see it. Contour, mesh and surf. So if you want to find out the surface density or the concentration of any variable, so you can use a mesh and surf also. Okay, so MATLAB also provide a plotting command with this log, semi-log, bar, stamp, polar, contour, mesh, and sum. Okay, so this is a very basic 2D command. This is a plot command with a 2D data of a three-phase AC wave. Okay, so for an example, you have a x vector. So x vector is 0 to 2 pi with the increment of pi by 30. Your y is nothing but it is a sine of x. So if you provide a plot of x comma y, so just if you are writing a between these two vectors, because I want to visualize the this x comma y where y is a sine value, so you can easily write plot x comma y. Second function, it is a y, it is a 120 degree apart from your x value, so you can easily write sine of x plus 2 pi by 3 120 degree. So you can plot easily with a command plot. Again, if you want to plot a third, so you can write a x plus 240 degree, so you can easily plot it. You can assign the grid also, you can assign the label to each axis x and y. Also you can give the title, and this is a title. You can also assign the legend of each data, so this that can be easily provided. So this is an example of a 2D plot. This is one more example for in that we have a two line, and I want to plot this two line or two function. So it is given that it even it's a variable between the value of 0 to 1, and between 0 to 1 that will be 1000 data. So if you want to find out, so for an example, between the 0 to 1, if you want to find out 1000 data, so you can use a lean space. Lean space method, it is a linear space command. Second one with a T2, for an example, between 1 to 6, I want to create 1000 data. So here it's a linear space command. Here output is y1, y2, its output. So here we have taken y1 equal to t1, y2 equal to 1 by t2, and I want to plot between your t is nothing but two different space of a data, 0 to 1 and 1 to 6. So here you can find between 0 to 1 there is 1000 data, and between 1 to 6 also there is 1000 data. And if you want to plot a y1 and y2, so you can easily use this plot command. So just you write a x data separated by comma, y data, and you can define the color combination also. Matlab also facilitated a color with your line marker. So in which line style do you want to plot it? So this also facilitated with this command plot. You can give the label of this. Okay, so this will be your 2D graph also. One more important thing, if you want to visualize the 3D data, so MATLAB also facilitate with a 3D command, or here you can find it is a membrane. You may find this kind of figure many times in a MATLAB. So this is nothing but it is a membrane. So MATLAB provides a almost 16 types of a different MATLAB figure, and which is shows as a membrane. So this is all a membrane. So here I used a 4 command, and it will use as a subplot. Okay, so one more, if you want to plotting method in a single window, you will be having a single figure. But if you want to plot a multiple figure in a single window, so that is known as the subplot. So this is the application of a subplot command. So MATLAB also facilitate multiple figure in a single window with the help of a subplot command. Okay. You can also use a subplot command here in a single window. There is 4 figure, so for that you can use a subplot also. Okay, this is a log graph, this is a log graph, this is a semi-log graph. Okay, it's a semi-log also. It is a plot YY, so there will be 2 YY plot also, so you can use it. Okay, this is a surf command. So MATLAB also facilitate the surf. So you can find out the density of that particular data. So with the help of a surf, you can find it. It's a 3D plotting. It's a contour method, density of that particular data. So you can easily find with the contour. Polar method, it will gives the graphical representation of that data over a 360 degree. So that is a polar plot also. Okay, flow control. If you are using if you are working with a MATLAB, so at that time you will also use the flow control. So you can control the data by using this command. So for that we have a if statement, switch statement, for statement, while and break. So you can also use all these statements. Okay, if else condition, how this if else condition works? If means what? If that particular expression is true, that it will be executed. If that particular expression is not true, you can go to the else if condition. If else if is true, it will execute next command. If it is not true, so for you can write a else. So this is a if else structure. So you can use a if else if command for it. Second one, switching command. For an example, if you have a different selection and if you want to switch your selection among a different one, so you can use a switch expression also. So Matlab facilitated a switching facility. Okay, so you can use a switching command from it also. Okay, so here after this switch expression, here with a switch you have to write a switch expression. After that you can write a different case 1, case 2, case 3, and you can switching over a different case. Okay, so this is your switch statement. For loop, if you want to repeat a statement for a number of times, for an example, I want to create a membrane for a 4 times, so you can write a sorry for loop also. So if you want to repeat a statement for a specified number of times, you can use a for statement also. While means what? If that while, if you want to generate a that particular condition for infinite time or indefinite times, indefinite number of times, you can use a while expression. So this is also important when you are using the MATLAB programming. Break statement. Break terminates. Okay, break statement. So if you want to come out from that particular loop, or if you want to break that line from that execution, so you can use a break statement also. So this is the break statement. Okay. While using the programming in MATLAB, pre-allocation means what? As I've shown to you, it is a pre-allocation vector as a zeros one. You can use it. MATLAB comes with a huge library of inbuilt function. You can use it. You can also create your own function if this is not available. So you can use it. This is an example. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, so you can, for an example, this is a very simple example. It is a filter design. So for an example, if you want to write this expression in MATLAB, so you can easily write it. Here your y of n is a output that you want. You can select the value of k from 0 to 19 and you can write this expression. So also you can make a simple statement for this programming. Okay, so this is the programming for it. You can write a lines of command for to create this vector y of n. Okay, and this is a few MATLAB readings. You can use a Stephen J. Chapman. It is very good book. Second one, it's a Daniel Otto. So it's a programming and numerical methods in a MATLAB. One more author, that is a Stormy. You can use a practical introduction for the programming and problem solving. And last one, this is also very important. Essential MATLAB for engineers and scientists. It's a Brian Daniel Valentine. It is a very good book. So you can use any reading for your MATLAB. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ishaq,
guys,
sir.
over.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. So I thank Ishaq, sir, for this introductory session on MATLAB. MATLAB is a very large tool and it's capable of doing number of things. For our FDP, we will be using the graphical user interface for handling some of the problems related to fuzzy logic, neural network, etc. Now, I would like to share one link here in the chat box and I'll share it in the Telegram group also. This is a pre-FDP survey link. All of you are requested to please fill in this form. And I'll be sharing now the schedule. As you might have noticed in the instructions, there will be a quiz every day. So all of you are requested to attend the quiz in the given time. Based on the request of the number of participants, we have increased the time for the quiz. All right, so I hope the schedule is now visible to you all. On the first day, we are having a common inauguration by AICT from 9:30 to 10:30, which you can join through the YouTube. The link will be shared in the chat box right now and in the Telegram group also. Then from 10:30, we will be starting with our first session. So for the session, the link will again be shared to you. Right now, there is no meeting scheduled in the calendars, but the links will be shared to you both in the Telegram group as well as through the mails. So you join the meeting in the given time, but please join it with your user ID credentials only, because your attendance will be counted in every session, and attendance will be counted based on your user IDs which you are using. So if you happen to join by any other user ID, your attendance may not be there and you will be shown as absent. Now you understand 80% of attendance is required in total all the sessions, and 60% marks you have to score in all the quiz. So we have kept one quiz on each day based on the content being covered in the sessions on that day. Each quiz of 10 marks for around 25 minutes, which will start after 4:35 p.m. So as you can see the schedule on this screen right now. On Monday, there is a slight change of the timing. That's why the timing have been highlighted in the blue color. So 10:30 to 12 is the first session. Then session 2 is 12:30 to 2, and session 3 is from 2:30 to 4. From 4 to 4:30, there is one motivational session, and after 4:30, from 4:35 to 5, you will be having time to submit the quiz. The quiz will be taken in the Google form, or if it becomes convenient for you, then we can go for MS Team also. In the assignment section, you will be able to see the quiz. But we will check whether it is comfortable for everyone to attempt the quiz through the MS Team or not. So, quiz will be taken on second, third, fourth, and fifth. That means all 4 days. And on the sixth day, on the fifth day, there will be an exam or MCQ exam from 2:30 to 3:15, which will be of 30 marks and 30 questions, which you have to complete by 3:15. Now, total marks obtained in all the quizzes will be counted for certification purpose, and you are required to obtain 60% of marks. After that, you will have to submit the feedback on the AICT link directly, and subsequently, we will have a short valedictory function from 3:30 to 4 at the conclusion. So, some of the instructions are already given in the schedule. The schedule I'll be sharing in the Telegram group also, so you can follow this. So, link is given here for joining on the common inauguration session, and submission of feedback is mandatory to get the certificate beside fulfilling all other eligible requirements. So these are the schedule. I'll be shortly sharing the schedule with you all. So there is a pre-FDP survey. I have kept it in the chat box. I request everyone to please fill it up. I'll put the link into the Telegram group also, because many of the participants have not joined it, because as this was a trial session only, number of participants were new to the Telegram MS Team setup, and we wanted to facilitate that they easily connect during the session times. So I hope most of the people have been able to do that, and the session has been useful, because I requested Ishaq sir to give an introduction about the Matlab, and there is a lot of coding involved which we will not be able to cover in the short period of time. But I wanted you to be familiarized with that. So thank you, Ishaq sir, for taking the time out and enlightening us about these basics of the Matlab.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So if anybody has got any queries, you can please ask us directly. Unmute yourself and ask us, and please fill this form. We'll be starting our session tomorrow on 2nd November at 10:30. Before that, you are requested to join in the common inauguration function on YouTube link. And at 10:30, or preferably 5 to 10 minutes before 10:30, you may join the meeting. We'll be starting the meeting 10 minutes earlier, so that everybody can join and we can have a small unofficial start of the FDP. Yes, if anybody has any questions or queries, please ask.
Sir, sir.
Yeah, Jignasha ma'am.
Yeah, sir, there is a question. ये जो feedback form आपने डाला है, that feedback form we should use our own email ID or the email ID given by this FDP? feedback form?
Ma'am, it will be preferable if you use everywhere. We are not giving you the email IDs. We are giving you the user IDs.
हाँ हाँ
So
user ID.
you can use your mail ID which you have been using for registering in the FDP. You have used everywhere.
ACT portal, we have to fill the feedback or not in every day?
Not every day. You are supposed to fill the feedback only at the end. On the last day, you will be required to do that.
Okay, so assignments are provided on, matlab, assignments is there or not?
No, no, we are not keeping any assignments. There will be only MCQs every day based on the session on that day.
Okay, an MCQ link will be provided in the form of Google Form in the Telegram channel.
No, we'll be setting that link in the session period only. In the last session, when we'll be having a motivation session, in that session only, before it ends, we'll be sharing the link for the Google form. For that, we'll not be keeping us online. The form will be automatically closed after 25 minutes. So from 4:45, from 4:35 to 5, you will be having time to submit the Google form. That means MCQs.
Yeah, and link will be shared in the MS Team
Yes,
only.
sir. A link will be shared in the MS Team only. And as I said, 80% attendance is compulsory in all the session,
Oh,
and
yes,
that
yes.
will be
I
done
got it.
only if you are logging by your FDP ID. So we'll
Yes.
be sharing the link there only because we assume most of the people would be present in the session, so we'll share it there only, sir.
Okay. No worries.
Hello
Sir,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
sir,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hello
ma'am.
sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Sir, if we have actually we have classes at that time, if we're not able to attend 80%, then what will do?
Ma'am, that is a requirement because there is a FDP going on. Either you are requested to alternate your classes or you take exemption from the institute to attend the sessions, ma'am. Because this is a mandatory requirement of AICT. We
Okay,
cannot.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Then the joining link will be same for every day.
Joining link will be sent every day, ma'am. For all the three sessions, we'll try to send the link in one time only.
And the user ID password is the same, sir.
Oh, ma'am, it will remain same throughout the FDP. You will use it
Oh,
directly.
okay. Thank you. Thank you.
and hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes, yes, sir.
Good
Yes, sir.
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah,
Good
ma'am. Please
afternoon, sir.
let Vijay
Sir,
sir ask.
I have a query.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, what will be the quiz section? Means the PPT will be shared before the quiz session. Means whatever the session covered in first half and second half, the PPT will be shared.
Sir, PPT, many of the speakers may not be willing to share the PPT. Some of the speakers have already denied that they will be sharing the PPTs. The video recording of the sessions will be available subsequently, but for that day, same day, PPT may not be possible to share. Not, it cannot be guaranteed that PPT will be shared. Whenever the speakers are going to agree, we'll be sharing the PPT, but otherwise, it may not be guaranteed. So, it is recommended that whenever you are attending the session, please keep it focused. But don't worry, the
Yeah.
MCQs will not be very hard. It's going to be simple only.
Okay. And sir, what is the name of the group in Telegram?
Sir, it's by the same name only, FDP group.
FDP group. Actually, I can't see in here.
Actually, I've sent a link, invite link in the mail itself. So if you click that link, you will be directly connected, sir.
Yeah. I have joined it.
Sir, it's better if you will send the link through mail. Okay, sir.
Ma'am, I've sent it in the mail also. I've sent in the confirmation mail the link I have shared.
Okay, but I think this link you have not shared through mail.
Ma'am, actually, I sent this mail yesterday and number of mails bounced back.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's why this problem came up, and that's why I shared in the Telegram group. I am taking both the options, but please be in the Telegram group and stay updated there, ma'am.
Sir,
Good
video.
afternoon. No, but it's okay, sir. Then again, if we will send our email ID through Telegram group, can you update it?
No, ma'am, I've got your email ID. There is no issue with that. But I think because of some system restriction, mail restriction, the mails might have bounced because I sent the confirmation and instruction mails and I sent the Subsequently, I sent the link also, but I think might be limit has increased, and that's why the Google stopped it. Maybe. So I today I sent it in the lesser number of groups, and mails have been sent. So I don't think there will be problem today, because I'll be sharing the link today itself and tomorrow. So you'll get the link for the first day and second day also.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good
Yes, ma'am.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir Shobha, sir. Actually, sir, is it possible to give the assignment after the college hours after 6 o'clock, so that if any urgent work comes, means if it is not possible to
Ma'am, there
submit
is
the
no assignment, ma'am. There are only 10 questions in the MCQ. It will hardly take 6-7 minutes for you, ma'am.
that's what, sir. If any work comes, means that schedule will be missed there. Better to give after 6 o'clock, 6 to 6:30. If you give the time, it's better to attend, sir. It's a kind request.
Ma'am, actually, everybody is going to be able to do that, ma'am. 5 minutes won't take so much of time, no. As soon as you finish the session, you will be having time.
No, actually, up to 5:30 college hours will be there, sir. Might be sometimes some may get the urgent work, may not be possible. Time convey.
Ma'am, this time may not be suitable for rest of the people. There are almost 190 participants here, ma'am.
At least you give after 5 to 5:30, sir. At least because up to 5 o'clock college hours.
Okay, ma'am.
Good
We will
afternoon,
check
sir.
if a number of people are having the same issue, or if everybody is comfortable with the session timing. Then we'll discuss in the third session on the first day.
Okay, sir. Then okay,
Yeah,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, Jignasha, ma'am, you were having some.
No, sir, I don't have any question. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I was having question. I asked. हो गया अभी.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else has any queries?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am.
Sir, the inauguration session is on YouTube. So will the attendance be monitored there? Because means do we need to mention our name in the
No, no,
comment?
no, 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 ma'am. No, not required, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yes. Yeah, Anjali, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, mother task which is already parallelly going on. So I'm not able to concentrate what is going on here. Uh, as I'm conducting another now. And the day time was not possible to reschedule. Now whatever decision was going on may not be aware to me. So it will be great if you send a mail regarding the schedule and the discussion done.
There is no significant discussion.
Is that
Actually,
fine?
today was trial session for connecting, and there was an introductory session on the Matlab. However, we will be putting this recording on Facebook channel, our Facebook page of the institute. So you can go through that recording, ma'am.
Sir, if you do so many places now, then it is difficult for us. Why don't you send it on email?
Ma'am, YouTube video will be of
The
large
link.
data size.
I
It
have
will
to
not be
go.
possible to send, ma'am. I
See,
cannot send anything
okay. Can
larger
you
than
send the
25
link of
MB now,
YouTube
ma'am.
to email?
Sorry, ma'am.
No, link I am saying.
Yeah, link I'll share, ma'am. Link
Link,
of Facebook
link.
page
Can
I'll
you
share,
send
ma'am.
the link?
Ma'am, Facebook
Huh.
page link I will share. You will be able to
Yes,
see the video
link
there.
and YouTube. All the links there.
Yeah, that I will share, ma'am.
Yes,
Don't worry, please. Yeah,
that's
ma'am.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Anjali, ma'am, you have to say something.
Introduction. And if the what I yes, lecture timing.
Ma'am, timing is given in the schedule.
What will
All
be the
sessions
schedule
are.
time?
Ma'am, session will start at 10. Only for the first day, it will be starting at 10:25 or 30.
Okay, fine. 10 to 12, is it?
No, ma'am, 10 to 11:30 will be timing. 1.5 hour session each.
Okay. And that recording will be given to us immediately on the same day, because if I have a meeting, I may not able to attend some portion.
Ma'am, we cannot ensure ki same day, but we'll try to do it by the end of the day.
Okay, fine.
Any else?
Thank
Any
you.
other query, ma'am? Anyone has? Yeah, schedule I'm sharing shortly. I'm putting it in this, and as well as I'll put it in the Telegram group also.
So this is Lopamutra. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, I can open this Telegram link that you have shown me.
Ma'am, sorry, there's a little disturbance in your voice. I can't hear you clearly, ma'am.
Sir, I can't open that Telegram link.
You can't open the Telegram link.
Sir.
Hello.
Ma'am, you can just message me on the WhatsApp. I'll try to add it directly by your number.
WhatsApp number, sir?
Yeah, my number is already there, ma'am. 9925944714. That is my WhatsApp number. If you'll just send me your message on that number, I'll try to add your number directly in the Telegram group.
Okay, sir. Your number is written in that mail.
Yeah, I'll just write my number again here in the chat box.
Okay,
So
sir.
anybody who is having trouble joining the Telegram group, please send me your message here in the WhatsApp. I'll add you directly. Yeah, any query related to the Matlab, Ishaq sir will be helping us out in the Telegram group itself. Or whatever query you have related to the Matlab, you may ask, and if it is convenient to sir, he'll be responding to your queries.
Sure, sir.
Schedule I have already shared here. Schedule I have already shared in the chat box. You can check it there. I'll put the schedule in the Telegram group also, and I'll try to mail it also. Yes, sir. Ishaq sir, you were saying something.
Fine, fine.
Vednarayan sir, please just hold for a moment. Ishaq sir is saying something. Yes, Ishaq sir.
See, I request all this part. Hello, I
Yes,
request
sir.
all
Yes,
this
sir.
participant.
Yes.
You can use the MATLAB Academia version. So MATLAB Academia version, it's a free trial version for all academicians. You go to the Mathwork website and you can download it. So those who want to practice for a MATLAB session for this FDP, it's a you go to the Mathwork website, you register yourself, and by registering you will get the MATLAB Academia version, which is a free one. Okay, so you can use MATLAB latest MATLAB version, Academia version. So you can use for your FDP.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Vednarayan sir, you were saying something. Yes. Anybody else who wants to say something?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Although your voice is a little low, sir. Can you bring your mic closer, sir?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hope now it is more audible now.
Yeah, it's
Sir, I
perfectly.
have only one request as we are having a full university work. Is it regarding quiz? Already this question was raised. If possible, if there is any chance, can that quiz timings can be postponed after 5 o'clock, sir? That's my one humble request, if possible, because
Yes,
we
sir.
are having
Definitely, sir.
a
I
full
understand the issue.
college work here.
Sir, I understand the issue. Since the quiz timing is flexible, I only wanted to keep it so that participants get free by 5 o'clock. So they don't have any occupation related to FDP, and then they can focus on their own work. But if it is convenient for most of the people, we'll definitely shift the time from this to 6 to 6:30, whatever is convenient to all.
Okay, sir. If possible, if others
Yes, sir.
also
Sir,
okay
we'll
with.
discuss it in the in the third session on the first day, because the number of participants have not joined today. Maybe because they already know how to use the Teams, and that's why. So in the third session, we'll be discussing, sir, and accordingly we'll change the timing, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good
Sir,
morning.
it will be better to continue quiz just after session. It will be better.
That's what I said, sir. Many participants would prefer some time, other participants would prefer other time. I cannot just keep it for all the time.
Because,
So,
sir, yes, definitely. Because, sir, again, after for the quiz, again, we have to join back after 1.5 hours. It's not
no,
today.
sir, you don't have to join the MS team, sir. So for quiz, you just don't have to join that. It will be a direct link. I'll share, and you can do it in the directly in your browser.
Yes, sir. But however, this better it will be continue just after the session.
Yes, sir. Sir, let's take an opinion on the third session. It would be
Okay,
easy
okay, sir.
for all of us so that their
Okay.
genuine problem can also be addressed.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sure. Any other query, sir? Ma'am? All right. So thank you everyone for joining the session today. I've already shared the schedule. We will work accordingly to the schedule. And I have put the link also for the pre-FDP survey. I request all of you to please submit it. And I'm sharing a link for joining the common inauguration function through YouTube. So you can share, you can just join the session, and for some time, if it is possible, then we'll be continuing our own session from 10:25. So thank you everyone for today's session. Have a good day. Ishaq sir, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Okay, good day. I'll end the meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.